Welcome to The Casting Dead, a podcast for The Walking Dead on AMC. I'm Matt.
And I'm David.
And today we'll be discussing Season 7, Episode 14, titled The Other Side.
Loving you has got to be, take me to the other side. No?
Why would that be the song? Why not Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Yeah, I thought about that one too. That one's harder to sing.
It's better.
It's definitely better, but it's. Hey, wait, what do you got? You knocking down Aerosmith now? One of the best American bands of all time?
How is Red Hot Chili Peppers harder to sing than Steven Tyler music?
Well, that part that I was singing...
He hits notes.
He does.
Nobody else can.
Okay, I'm getting mixed signals from you from what you think of Aerosmith, but I'm saying that part that I was singing is a lot easier than, just the way Red Hot Chili Peppers sing it. The vocals on Red Hot Chili Peppers, he has a certain tone. He has a very unique voice. It's hard to mimic.
Well, this has got off to a bad start.
Well, it's your fault.
What did you think? You know what? I'd rather talk about the differences between Aerosmith and Red Hot Chili Peppers.
There are a ton of. There's no similarities whatsoever. So, yeah, we could go on that instead of this crappy episode.
But this episode was terrible, man. It was. I was so disappointed. And I was disappointed I had to watch it twice. And I know that, sometimes people don't like that we're negative. When we don't like the show,
Too bad. It's what we think.
I want to love this show, and I still watch it, but this episode was horrible.
It was pretty horrendous. And I thought they were going in a good direction at some point, because we had this huge tangent last episode, and what is the right thing to get that outcome? And so you go down that road, and you think, with two heads, they were trying to go on different paths, and one going the right way, one going the other way, and in the end, it just did not get to the point that we thought it would be.
No, nothing happened.
I don't know. It's the weirdest, and I'm being vague here because I know we'll go through it on the recap. So what I just said there may not make in total sense, but I mean, people have watched the episode. Maybe they might know what I'm saying, or I'm just
everybody watched the episode. They
That's
know
right.
What we're talking about.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
want to? Should we delay this any further, or should we just get into it?
Oh, just get into it. Just get it over with, so we could talk some more trash at the end. Any feedback at the end, actually?
I don't have it prepared, but there was some feedback, so
great,
we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it in for the next episode.
So let's go right through this recap. Let's just talk about the crap that happened, and then be like what was wrong with it.
Let's search for some gold nuggets out of this. I don't know where they are, but let's try to find something. It opens up with
Enid having lines. No, that's a golden nugget.
Yeah. So Maggie here, we see she's pretty pleased with the way things are going at the hilltop. Knives are being cast, it seems.
It's a crap montage.
Terrible. The knives are also being thrown. Maggie gets an ultrasound. Maggie is writing a list. And on that list...
You're saying all this in point form. It's kind of funny.
She wrote... it's a montage, a very boring montage, so I figure I'll just list out what's happening.
You need that Team America montage song to make this exciting.
No.
Yeah, you do.
It's been overdone.
Well, I don't care. You needed it for this one.
You need some 80s ballad.
Yeah, sure.
On this list, she has written scrap metal, batteries, new generator, ask Eduardo, emergency exit, horses with 2 question marks.
Yeah.
And then she starts writing weapons, and then that word was not finished.
I thought I almost read weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah.
I think they'd be in that position already.
Just a real boring list. Nothing to pull from that. Eduardo apparently knows how to get his hands on a new generator.
I forgot who Eduardo was.
I don't know who Eduardo is.
It was clear at some point, but it doesn't matter anymore because there's too many characters.
Too many. Something we got wrong. Well, we both didn't really know, but I was really pushing that Eugene was the doctor that Negan was
I didn't get it wrong.
To.
You got it wrong.
Well, no, we both didn't get it wrong. We both didn't get it right that there was another Dr. Carson.
Whoa.
You did not say there was another Dr. Carson.
That's right. I did not say that. That means
that
means my failure. No, it's not something. I didn't predict anything. I just said Eugene was not going to be the doctor, and that makes me right. So
no. But what I'm saying is that we both missed that there was another doctor at Hilltop who was Dr. Carson's brother.
Yeah, but most of that was given away this episode.
No. They were both named Dr. Carson. If we remembered Dr. Carson, who was Maggie's doctor, and Dr. Carson from here, we would have imagined. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
they're brothers.
But I'm pretty sure 97% of the viewers missed that,
and I'm pretty sure 97% of the viewers thought that Negan was referring to Eugene because Eugene sold himself as a doctor,
right?
Just not a medical doctor, and we assumed that Negan had, misplaced his trust.
No, I really believe that it wasn't going to be him. I truly believe that, so I know I was right about that.
Well, we'll see.
You throw me this bone, Matthew, right now.
I won't throw the bone because it's still very wishy-washy here. Now,
Well, that's just the entire show right now.
yeah, Sasha, is she giving knife training to people? Like, is she?
I was gonna say, why is Sasha giving the knife training? Because what frustrates me the most is like we don't know much about Sasha's background, and all we know is she was with Tyrese. We didn't know she had any formal military training. Okay, so she sold the fact that she has a good shot. She developed a good shot with the rifle, but I never knew she had any. Like, what kind of background makes you think she has experience in knife combat?
Yeah, like I would assume Rosita has some military training,
but she's not there.
But
someone who was there, it would have been Jesus, who probably could have given some knife training.
Yeah, like they're doing all these moves,
and then they're very easy moves, very easy
and impractical because
exactly.
it's you're not going to have the chance. You're not going to have an honorable fight with these saviors.
Right. It's just basically just stab him. That's it. It's just stab. That's it.
I understand. There's like you want to be comfortable with a knife, so maybe you go through certain exercises. But it was weird.
It's like they were following a snake the whole time.
Yeah, and it went to a slow motion thing, and there was this music that almost sounded like they were doing a ballet,
like Tai Chi, actually.
Yeah.
Ballet. Oof, that would have been maybe that would have trained people more. That would have developed other things actually.
They were trying to turn this into a moment, and it wasn't a moment.
No, it wasn't. It was so weird to see her do it,
and it didn't. I'm starting off so negative, but we have two conflicting scenes with Sasha because on one we see her sharpening her knife. It's like she's getting ready to go. She's trying to draw the layout of the sanctuary.
Well,
she's getting upset that she can't get it right, and then she's helping out other people. But it's
awkward because first of all, I think there's nobody talking.
Yeah,
it has a sound. Not a single word is spoken.
Yeah,
and I find that very off-putting.
Yeah, and very strange, especially when just having Enid put down food in front of Maggie, and Maggie starts eating it and doesn't say a word. Like, that's rude. that
no thanks needed.
No, you're expected to do this.
I'm pregnant. Jeez.
Yeah. To continue with this, we have Sasha also hanging out beside Abe's grave once again. I don't understand why she's so into Abe.
I don't know.
Like, after his death, because Tyrese was her brother, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, her brother died. She's known her brother way longer than she knew.
Well, she was like
Abe.
she was effed up in a whole other way. I guess she
What
took it
about
the whole
Bob?
other way. Yeah, Bob, she effed her up too.
What about Bob, Dave?
Bob died before Tyrese, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, so that effed her up a little bit. She was going on this violent tantrum.
Bob's
then Tyrese
leg got eaten, man, and
Yeah.
it didn't mess her up
Tainted
as
meat.
much as this. It's just she never thinks about it. She only thinks about the last person who died. Unless his grave represents everybody. But I just feel like their relationship was
misrepresented.
Had a lot less meaning than the relationship she had with Bob, because at least with Bob, he got her to open up a little bit. He got her to smile, to try to find the gold nuggets in life.
Yeah, and that goes to show that, like, the Abraham-Sasha relationship was poorly portrayed. Like, in terms of lack of affection, lack of I don't know, dialogue, lack of interaction, lack of everything. They were interacting. I find there was more interaction before they hooked up.
Oh yeah,
and then after they hooked up, it was just basically you want to come inside, and then that's it. That was the depth of their relationship. Oh, and you want to maybe have kids.
Well, yeah, they tried to force feed us a relationship like on the car ride over to Abe's death.
Exactly.
It was just like, how about some children? And
yeah.
It's like, well, this is coming out of nowhere.
Would you like some children with that?
No. And she didn't even seem down. So I don't understand. I can't imagine, had Abe not died, that they would have continued seeing each other.
Can you imagine, like, Abe dying screws up, two characters in The Walking Dead, just like that, just royally.
Yeah,
I never saw this coming.
There's so much more attention being paid to Abe's death than Glenn's death, and Glenn's death was the bigger death. That's the one I want to hear about. And so Maggie tries consoling Daryl at this point. Daryl's just kind of crying out in the shadows.
He doesn't say anything. He just looks at her. They look at each other. She sheds a tear, right?
Yeah, she goes, has her back to him, cries a little bit, goes inside. Gregory, we see him looking very displeased in his office. He's out of whiskey. He's probably going to make a rash decision at some point. And then we see Rosita enter from the gates and ask Sasha for help. Pretty much what we saw in the last episode.
Yeah, I don't know why they just didn't pick up the episode from then on. And we didn't have to see anything that transpired before this at all. And then credits.
Yeah.
Sorry, not credits, opening.
Yeah. So, Rosita and Sasha are working together. What we knew at the end of the last episode. Then we have the intro. So we got some talking now. People are speaking, using their words.
Man, did I actually feel like, finally some talking on The Walking Dead? Jeez.
Yeah, it's like, it feels like they think that they're being very profound when they decide not to, because they do it pretty often, where they do an opening scene where nobody speaks. And those moments always feel like they're shooting for something that they never quite get. Like they're always reaching for a star that they're just not high enough to get.
Is it like lack of improvisation? Because I don't know. I feel like if maybe The Walking Dead allowed improv in their lines, maybe things could have got a little better. But I feel like they're following exact lines with awkward pauses, and it's not suiting any of it.
No, yeah.
Because in dramas you don't have improv generally.
No. What, in drama? You don't have improv?
I feel like when you're portraying drama, I feel like it's comedy that really takes it to that, where you could really improvise something to make something funny.
Yeah.
And when they try being funny here, well, it's really not either.
No, that seems super forced. Maggie and Jesus are talking about how Jesus feels like he finally fits in, and that he wants to make sure her and Sasha are comfortable here. Is this the first time Jesus mentions that he's gay?
Yeah. Yeah, we already knew because of his character profile through the comics. This is the first time he says it.
Okay, because I didn't know they were.
He was pretty awkward saying it, which is I feel like it's fine because I think not many people know about it.
Yeah, because he threw the line in about how it's hard to find a boyfriend or find a boyfriend that he feels comfortable with.
Yeah, then a bunch of heterosexuals online go all gay pride like, he finally came out, yay! It's just like, oh, geez, yes, it's. I mean, like this is like where I feel like I was talking about off
Did
the
you see
air.
A bunch of heterosexuals online?
Yes, I feel like it's more straight people being more excited about this.
I don't understand why.
I don't know. This isn't just okay. This isn't just about Jesus' orientation, but it's sexual orientation, but it's also just the whole Rishon thing. These fans that buy so much into it. Like I know you want to buy into the show, but really like this the very very small narratives like it may serve for the character, but for the bigger picture, it's like I don't know why people just sulk up so much in these little things. And to me personally, I don't buy into it. I feel like okay, that's a part of the character. That's great. That's what it is. Let's see how relevant it becomes. Yeah. Instead of just I don't know, going on Twitter like, oh my god, Jesus came out, and it's okay.
It's just like forced. It's like unless it's relative to the story, don't have him say it. Like he can be gay,
or we could find out. I feel like that's finding out would be a lot better than actually saying
people
it.
Would say like we found out because he said it, but
yeah,
it didn't serve any purpose other than to inform everybody that he's gay. But it's not like important to the story. Yeah. Who cares? I don't care what his orientation is because you guys are supposed to be planning for a war right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're talking about how it's hard to find a boyfriend.
Well, the thing is, like, I don't know why you have him like not flirt with Daryl in a way, just to show some sort of like to hint it a bit.
Because Daryl is a gross-looking man.
No, he's not. No, he's a heartthrob.
Super dirty, and Jesus likes some clean cut because he is.
He's dirty himself. He doesn't want some more, some.
Jesus is super he takes care of himself.
He's well groomed, but like he's shaggy though.
Well, he's shaggy in a.
Opposites attract, Matthew. I feel like
some conditioner.
I could see Daryl and Jesus hooking up at some point.
Super weird. Well, I don't want to see Daryl with anybody.
You want him all yourself.
I want to see. The only person I was okay seeing Daryl with was Beth.
Oh, okay. Well, it happened in real life.
Yeah, that's why I'm okay with it.
Oh God. You hate every couple right now.
Nobody should be together.
Nobody should just be survival.
Yeah, Carl and Enid, I guess, but there's just slim pickings for Carl.
Oh boy.
Maggie mentions they really need riot gear. Where they have a lot of riot gear, David?
The kingdom?
No, the prison.
That's true.
Why don't they go back to the prison? Why haven't they gone back to the prison? There was such a small amount of walkers that were left there. They could definitely take them out.
The riot gear was a little underwhelming from what I remember they used. They didn't use that much of it.
Well, because it was really hot. It was very heavy, very cumbersome. But Maggie's saying right now what they really need is riot gear, and it would really help right now. I just don't know why, just in terms of supplies, go back to the prison. It can't be that far.
Well, maybe that's what they're exemplifying right here. Maybe that's why she says it out loud, or it's worth mentioning, unless the Walking Dead is just being dumb, but which could be possible as well. But just if the fact that we heard that, maybe it could hint the fact that they would return to the prison for some supplies.
Yeah.
Is it a long travel though? Is it a long journey? Because they went from there to Terminus and then to where they are there. That must be a greater travel, I think.
Even if it is a long travel, I mean, they walked to Terminus most of the way.
Yeah, but that took long.
Yeah, longer for us.
Long, and even though this geographical map, as we mentioned, every episode is not very well thought out. We have to think to ourselves that